Hi guys, good afternoon. How's everyone doing today? I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we're going to be talking about all of these amazing specials and promotions that we have here to offer to you guys. So, I'm going to go ahead and let a couple of people join the live so that way we can go ahead and start everything that I have to offer here to you guys. So, we're gonna let a couple of people join the live right now. Let's just give it a couple of seconds. So, in the meantime, that we let a couple of people join the live, you guys, I'm gonna be telling you about our locations, what we consist of here at Icon Cosmetic Center, and all that good stuff, you guys, okay? So, I'm actually really excited that I get to share all of this amazing information with you guys, because it's not every day where we get to see such amazing deals, such amazing promotions and things like this, okay, you guys? So I'm actually really happy that I get to share all of this amazing information with you, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and start. I see that a couple of people okay, so Nasha, Gloria, how you guys doing today? Welcome to our live. Welcome to Icon Cosmetic Center. How's everyone doing today? I hope you're having an amazing day. Here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we're going over everything that we have to offer here. And honestly, we have a lot to offer you guys. When I'm telling you now, there's only a couple of spots left for you to be able to get $100 off your surgery. I'm telling you guys now, you guys have to be making the most out of today. You guys have to be making the most out of right now, because with everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center, you guys, it actually has never been easier for you to finally be able to get your surgery. Okay, so with that being said, you guys, another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys is that it's extremely important for us to remember that when we are looking forward to getting surgery, we want to make sure that we're going with a clinic that is well known, that has board certified surgeons, that the surgeons have many years of experience. Like, for example, here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we consist of board certified surgeons that have over 10 years of experience. When I'm letting you guys know now, with everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center, it has never been easier like today right now for you to finally be able to get your surgery. Okay, another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is extremely important that we remember as well is that with the help of everything that is going on, like you get $100 off your surgery. Let me tell you something. The way that you can activate these $100 off, you guys, is by leaving your information right here in my left bottom corner in this blue folder. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way I can go ahead and get in contact with you guys, okay? So I'm letting you guys know now with everything that is going on here at Icon Cosmetic Center, it has never been easier like today right now for you to finally get your surgery. Okay, so with that being said, you guys, one of the things that I also wanted to mention to you that is extremely important that we remember and that we keep in mind is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we're always going to make sure that we're giving you the best of the best, you guys. I'm letting you guys know now with everything that is going on, it has never been easier like today right now for you to finally be able to get your surgery. So another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is extremely important that you guys remember as well is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, not only do we have these amazing deals, these amazing specials, right? Like the specials that you see right here, but we also have this BBL post-op care bundle, you guys, that I'm telling you, it brings absolutely everything that you will be needing for when you are, going to get surgery, you guys. It literally brings absolutely everything that you will be needing for when you get surgery, you guys. Literally, like, this bundle is gonna be your best friend for when you are healing from surgery, you guys, okay? So it's extremely important for us to remember all of this amazing information. It's extremely important for us to remember that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we have just so many different things as to how, you know, you can take great advantage of. So I'm letting you guys know now. This is really great. This is really amazing. And I just want to let you guys know that with everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center, it has never been easier like today right now for you to finally be able to get your surgery. Now, we have 3 locations here at Icon Cosmetic Center in Miami, Florida. We have one in Blue Lagoon, we have one in Doral, and we have one in Hialeah, you guys, okay? So the one in Blue Lagoon is the one that I'm currently in right now, and this one is like actually like 5 minutes away from the Miami International Airport. The Doral one is also like 5-8 minutes away from the Miami International Airport, just at a different angle, you guys. So extremely important that we remember this amazing information. That way, you know, and the Hialeah one, you know, is also very nicely located, you guys. All 3 of our locations have hotels, beautiful, amazing hotels, amazing different restaurants, you know, for you to like choose to eat from. And there's also many different pharmacies around every single one of our 3 locations, okay, you guys. So extremely important que we remember that, you know, if you've been looking forward to getting surgery, you guys, you've been on the hunt trying to find the right clinic for you, and you just haven't found anything that, like, you know, kind of clicks in your mind, or you're like, okay, yeah, like, this is the clinic that I want to go with. I'm letting you guys know now that with everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center, it actually has never been easier like today right now for you to finally be able to receive your surgery, you guys, okay? So I'm letting you guys know, extremely important that you guys remember that when we are, you know, looking forward to getting surgery, you guys, it is extremely important that we remember we're always going to be making sure that, you know, you're our number 1 priority, that those results are resulting, you guys. Trust me, like, if you don't know about us, if you know, you just found out about us here at Icon Cosmetic Center, welcome. First things first, welcome to Icon Cosmetic Center. You know, we are a plastic surgery clinic that consists of 8 board certified surgeons that have over 10 years of experience. What I'm telling you, every single one of our 8 board certified surgeons' hands are truly gifted, you guys. It's something really amazing to see. And what I'm basically trying to say with this is that if you're getting to know us now, I highly recommend for you to go to Icon Cosmetic Center on our Instagram, okay? We don't post before and afters here on our TikTok, you guys, because the thing is that TikTok is a little more sensitive to that kind of content, but we do post it on Instagram. And on Instagram you can see, you know, those beautiful before and afters. You can see our patients' testimonies where they talk about their experience, you know, where they talk about how they felt with us here at Icon Cosmetic Center, how the process was, you know, how we took care of them, you know, how it was after surgery. You know, we talk about a little bit about everything. So I'm letting you guys know now with everything that we have to offer here to you guys at Icon Cosmetic Center. Honestly, it's very easy for you to be able to get your surgery. Let me tell you this, you know, right now we only have a couple of spots left for you to get $100 off your procedure, okay? So you see these specials right here above my head? Yes, these specials are currently going on right now. So let me tell you something. Right now you can get $100 off your procedure. Listen, because this is convenient for you to listen to, because you just gotta be faster than the next person that is watching on me on live right now, okay? So let me explain to you. Basically, you can get $100 off your procedure just by, the only way that you can activate this is just leaving your information right here in my left bottom corner in this blue folder, you guys. Put Life 100 next to your name, okay? You guys, go ahead and leave your information right here in my left bottom corner, name, phone number, and email. Don't forget to put Life 100 next to your name, okay? You guys, extremely important that you guys do remember all of this amazing information. I'm telling you guys now, with everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center, it actually has never been easier for you to finally be able to receive your surgery, okay? So another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is really important that we remember as well is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we're always going to, you know, be educating you on the topic, be kind of guiding you and stuff like that, okay, you guys? So with that being said, one of the things that I also wanted to tell you guys is that we have this amazing post-op care bundle, post-op care BBL bundle, that when I'm telling you, this is gonna be your bestie throughout your healing process. Like, I'm telling you right now, it literally brings absolutely everything that you will be needing, okay, at such an amazing price, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and start telling you guys about this that we have to offer here. Okay. So here we got it. So the BBL Essential Care Pack, it's at $480, and let me tell you everything it brings. It brings 1 full body garment, 1 from board, 3 lipo foams, 3 massages, 1 BBL pillow, and 1 pair of anti-ballism socks. So basically, you guys, what we are gonna be talking about today is that I'm gonna be explaining to you every single little thing that this BBL Essential Care Pack comes with, and you know, like the explanation on like how to use it, why is it important, why does it matter, why do I need it. You know, I'm gonna get you guys to understand like what this essential care pack, the essential BBL care pack, consists of, so that way you guys can see for yourselves. Okay, so let's start by the fact that it literally brings absolutely everything that you will be needing for when you're healing from surgery, you guys. Like, let's just start there. Like, that is something really amazing and really convenient when we are considering getting surgery, you guys. Now, I highly recommend, like, if you're getting a BBL, for you to get this BBL Essential Care Pack, because it just makes it a lot easier for you. This is a lot cheaper than it would be for you to purchase every single thing like separately. So that's why I'm letting you guys know. You know, you don't gotta play harder, you gotta play smarter. Okay, and for everybody that is listening to me right now, we have a promotion going on right now where you can get $100 off your surgery. All you need to do is leave your information right here in my left bottom corner, and there's a blue folder. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you guys. Okay, extremely important that you guys do remember this information. Now, the BBL Essential Care Pack is the following. For 1 full body garment. So basically, you know, the 1 full body garment, you guys, it is important for us to remember that 1 full body garment is literally so crucial and so important into our healing process, you guys. It is extremely important. Okay, so with that being said, you know, when we're looking forward to getting surgery, you guys, one of the things that is extremely important for us to remember is that faja is going to be our bestie. That faja is going to be keeping our abdomen in check. That faja is going to be keeping everything, you know, it's going to be keeping everything in place. Okay, you guys, so these are things that are extremely important for us to remember. Okay, so as I was saying, you guys, another thing that I wanted to mention to you that is really, really, really important for you guys to remember is that this, the faja, the way that you're going to be using your faja, you guys, is going to be like this. You know, you're going to be wearing your faja the first month, 24 hours of the day. Okay, you guys, so the first month is going to be 24 hours of the day. The second month is going to be 12 hours of the day. And the third month is going to be 8 hours of the day. So let me explain a little bit about that. So it's extremely important for you guys to remember that when we are looking forward to getting surgery, you guys, you know, we have to be very disciplined, in the sense that, you know, when we have to be disciplined, you guys, is the way that we do everything throughout our surgery, you know, because the thing is that, you know, you could make this investment for yourself and you could do all these things, but if you're not on top of your healing process, if you're not on top of everything that you need to be doing, then it's just kind of like you know, kind of pointless if you don't keep up with everything that you have to do. So with that being said, you guys, one of the things that I wanted to mention to you as well is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we're always going to make sure that you are receiving absolutely everything that it is that you need to, you know, receive. So with that being said, you guys, another thing that I wanted to mention to you that is extremely important to remember as well is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we're always going to make sure that you are getting the best of the best. In the sense of like, you know, for example, like the faja, you guys, I highly recommend for you not to buy it somewhere else, because I see people sometimes get on TikTok or Instagram or Amazon and stuff like that on these like lives, and they go ahead and show these surgical fajas, but they're not really surgical fajas, you guys. They're waist trainers. And I cannot stress this enough. I really like to talk about this on my life, because I feel like so many women think that it's the same thing. But you guys, it's not the same thing at all. Like a surgical faja has a complete different kind of material, has a complete different purpose. You know, it's literally meant for surgery. While the waist trainer is just when you're trying to it's just when you're trying to train your waist, you know, when you're just like wearing it around your house, or you're wearing it to the gym, or you're like wearing it to work and little stuff like that. But it's not like the material, and it doesn't have the purpose like how a surgical faja has a purpose of. Okay, so I'm letting you guys know now, with everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center, it has never been easier like today right now for you to finally get your surgery, you guys. Okay, so another thing that I wanted to mention to you that is extremely important we remember as well is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we're always going to be making sure that you guys are receiving the best of the best. Okay, you guys. So another thing that I wanted to mention to you that is extremely important for us to remember as well is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we're always going to make sure that you guys are, you know, on top of everything that you need to be doing. Okay, so with that being said, you guys, another thing that I wanted to mention to you that is extremely important for us to remember is that when we are, you know, looking forward to getting surgery, you guys, another thing that is extremely important for us to remember is that when we're looking forward to getting surgery, you guys, it is crucial for us to remember that, you know, we need to be making sure that everything that we're doing is being done the correct way. Okay, you guys. So with that being said, another thing that I wanted to mention to you that is extremely important as well that you guys know is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we're always going to be making sure that you guys like have like the knowledge and the understanding of how to wear your faja. So with that being said, you know, the stage 1 faja, I highly recommend you getting it from us, because when you go ahead and buy a faja before your surgery, 9 times out of 10 you're not gonna get the size right, you guys. Okay, you're not gonna get the size right, you know. So these are things that are extremely important for us to remember and for us to keep in mind as well. Now, another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is extremely important that we remember too is that when we are, you know, looking forward to getting surgery, you guys, another thing that is extremely important for us to remember is that the faja, like I said, there's only one way for you to be able to know like what the size of your faja is going to be, and it's after surgery, you guys. Okay, so those are things that are extremely important for us to remember. Now, another thing that is important for us to remember is that when you are fresh out of surgery, you know, when you wake up from surgery, you're gonna already have your faja on. Okay, so these are things that are extremely important for us to remember and for us to keep in mind. That way we like have the perfect understanding of, oh, okay, like this is why I'm supposed to buy my faja from Icon Cosmetic Center instead of going somewhere else, because 9 times out of 10 you're not gonna get the size right. And the thing is that if you don't get the size right, then you're just gonna have to return it, or, you know, just gonna have to keep it and then lose your money. So that's why I'm telling you, it's better for you to just buy a faja here with us at Icon Cosmetic Center, your stage 1 faja. That's the only one that, you know, we provide. But, you know, that one is important, really important, because, you know, it's the beginning of your surgery. It's beginning of your healing process from your surgery. Okay, is what I meant to say. So it's extremely important for us to remember that since we're not gonna know the size, you guys, why would we go ahead and buy a faja from somewhere else when we don't even know what size we're gonna be? You have to remember that when we are getting a BBL, right, and we're looking forward to wearing our faja, we have to remember that the faja cannot be too tight on our buttocks, you guys. It cannot be too tight on our buttocks. Okay, so these are things that are extremely important for us to remember. It can't be tight on the buttocks. It can only be tight on the abdomen area, you know, on the flanks, on the back, and stuff like that. Okay, you guys, that's the only area where it has to be tight. So This is extremely important for you guys to remember. So as I was saying, make sure that you're leaving your information right here, you guys. In my left bottom corner in this blue folder, put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you guys. Remember, there's only a couple of spots left for you to be able to get $100 off your surgery. And let alone, there's already specials on the surgery. There's financial plans, there's post-op care bundles, and then on top of that, you're getting $100 off your surgery, you guys. I'm telling you now, don't if you sleep, don't snooze, you know, or however the saying is, you know. So I'm saying, if you snooze, you lose. That's how the saying is. So I'm saying basically right now, you guys, that, and let me tell you something, this applies for whatever surgery. This applies for BBL, for breast augmentation, for breast lift, breast reduction, for mommy makeovers, for tummy tucks, for labiaplasties, for vaginoplasties, for lipo 360s. Like, I'm letting you guys know now, this applies for every single procedure that you may have in mind that you've been wanting to get done, you guys. So why not take advantage of all of these amazing promotions that we have to share here with you guys at Icon Cosmetic Center? Okay, another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is really, really important that we remember as well is that when we're looking forward to getting surgery, guys, another thing that I wanted to mention to you is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we're always going to make sure that you're receiving the best of the best, you guys. What does this mean? That when we're looking forward to getting surgery, you guys, you may believe like, oh, you know, like, I don't really need to wear my faja, or I don't really need to do this, or I don't need to do that. But the reality of this, you guys, is that you actually do need to be doing all of these things, you guys. So it's extremely important for us to remember this. Okay, it is extremely important for us to remember this information, you guys. So with that being said, another thing that I wanted to mention to you that is really important as well is that when we are, you know, looking forward to getting surgery, you guys, another thing that is really, really important is that, you know, your faja and your clothing can't be too tight on your buttocks and onto your hips, because, you know, like I was saying earlier, these are fascias that are brand new. These are brand new fascias that have never been, you know, have never been used. I mean, have never been put into your buttocks before. Okay, so since they've never been put into your buttocks before, we need to allow to give our body enough time to process these fascias. Okay, you guys, so what does that mean? We can't be wearing super tight clothing, because what happens is, right now I have nail polish, so you can't see it. But when I hold my nail, and, you know, if I didn't have any nail polish, you will notice that it will start turning white. Okay, what does that mean? That I'm literally not allowing the blood supply to get to my nail. You get what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. It's the same concept with a BBL, with your buttocks and with your hips. You see how I'm sitting on this chair right now? If I was freshly from a BBL, like, you know, 4 weeks post-op, 3 weeks post-op, even 5 weeks, 6 weeks post-op, I wouldn't be able to sit directly on my butt right now like how I'm doing it. You get me? So these are things that are extremely, extremely important for us to remember and for us to keep in mind, you guys, because at the end of the day, we want to be making sure that everything that we are doing and the way that we are doing everything is the correct way, is the right way, you guys. So I'm letting you guys know now, with everything that we have going on here at Icon Cosmetic Center, you know, not only are we educating you, we're giving you amazing specials, and we're giving you amazing results and comfortability. Okay, you guys, we're always going to make you feel comfortable. We're always going to make you feel at ease. Whatever doubts, whatever questions you may have, you can always come and ask us. That's another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys. Don't get shy. The purpose of these lives is for me to connect with you guys, and for me to educate you guys, for me to teach you, for me to guide you, for me to help you understand whatever it is that can be a little tricky to understand, you guys. So that's my purpose here. Okay, you guys, so don't be shy. Go ahead and ask me whatever questions you may have in the chat. You know, I don't ever skip questions, because I strongly believe that every single question is completely valid, you guys. So with that being said, don't be shy. Chicos y chicas, no sean penosos. Aquí en Icon Cosmetic Center, el propósito de estos lives es para yo poder educarlos y ayudarlos con cualquier duda, con cualquier pregunta que ustedes tengan. Así que no tengan pena conmigo, pónganme las preguntas ahí en el chat, que no hay problema, yo las respondo todas. Además, les estaba diciendo ahorita que tenemos una promoción a donde puedes agarrar $100 menos de tu cirugía. O sea, ¿qué significa eso? Que te descuentan $100 de tu cirugía. Y lo único que tenés que hacer para activar esto es dejar tu tu información aquí en esta libretica azul, pon tu nombre, tu número y tu email, así nos podemos poner en contacto contigo. Súper extremadamente importante que recuerden esta información, así nos podemos poner en contacto con ustedes, ok. Así que pónganse bien pilas, que lo único que tienes que hacer para activar esto, es dejar tu información aquí en esta libretica azul con tu nombre, tu número y tu email, así nos podemos poner en contacto con ustedes, ok. Extremadamente importante que recuerden toda esta información. Con todo lo que está sucediendo aquí, con todo lo que estamos ofreciendo en Icon Cosmetic Center, es súper extremadamente importante que recordemos que aquí siempre se van a sentir súper cómodos, siempre se van a sentir súper cómodas, siempre se van a sentir preerotizados, como ustedes son la atención. Y es muy importante que recordemos también que cuando estamos buscando para hacernos una cirugía, queremos ir a un cirujano que sea board certified, un cirujano que tenga muchos años de experiencia. Y aquí en Icon Cosmetic Center nuestros cirujanos tienen más de 10 años de experiencia, todos son board certified. Entonces, ¿qué significa eso? Que aquí te ofrecemos de todo. Precios increíbles, resultados espectaculares, educación y que te sientas súper cómodo y agradable. Aquí tenemos un ambiente súper agradable a donde vos nunca te vas a sentir como sola o solo o como si no entiendes algo que no te lo explican. Así que yo te estoy diciendo aquí en Icon Cosmetic Center, si vos has estado buscando ya por un tiempo, dónde ir, dónde te quieras operar, así sea para un aumento de senos o un BBL o un tummy tuck o una Lipo 360, lo que sea que estés buscando que te quieras hacer. Yo estoy aquí para decirte que aquí en Icon Cosmetic Center te lo ofrecemos y, o sea, vas a quedar régido, vas a quedar espectacular. Si nos estás conociendo ahorita, si nos vienes conociendo ahorita, yo estoy aquí para decirles que vayan para Icon Cosmetic Center en nuestro Instagram. Vayan para Icon Cosmetic Center en nuestro Instagram, así nos podemos poner en contacto con ustedes, ok. Así nos podemos poner en contacto con ustedes. Recuerden que también tenemos la promoción de $100 off, de tu cirugía. Y miren estos especiales, o sea, miren estos precios súper especiales. Y aparte tenemos otra promoción donde la forma en la que puedes activar esto es poniendo tu información aquí en esta libretica azul que ven aquí a mi lado izquierdo. Pongan su nombre, su número y su email, así nos podemos poner en contacto con ustedes. Extremadamente importante que recuerden esto, ok, chicos y chicas. Otra cosa que les quería decir, que es súper extremadamente importante que recuerden, que aquí en TikTok no posteamos los antes y después, porque TikTok es un poquito más sensible para ese tipo de contenido. Pero en Instagram sí posteamos los antes y después, así que ahí lo pueden ver para que vayan a ver cómo es que nuestros doctores trabajan, cómo es que nuestros cirujanos de verdad transforman los cuerpos de cada una de nuestras pacientes. Es increíble y espectacular, y créanme que van a quedar enamorados cuando vean esos resultados, ok. Otra cosa que les quería decir, chicos y chicas, es que cuando estamos hablando de todo lo que estamos ofreciendo aquí en Icon Cosmetic Center, recuerden que ahorita yo les estoy contando de este BBL Post-Op Care Bundle, ok. So here we go, you guys. As I was saying, you know, for the faja, you're gonna be wearing it the first month. You're gonna be wearing it 24 hours of the day, you guys. Extremely important that we remember we're gonna be wearing it 24 hours of the day, because, you know, this is something that you need to be aware of, you need to be on top of, you guys. So with that being said, another thing that I wanted to mention to you that is extremely important that we remember is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we're always gonna make sure that we are keeping everything, you know, intact, that we're following everything that we have to do, you guys, because like I have said before, 50% of your results, yeah, it's the surgeon. But the other 50% is you guys, because the surgeon could give you the tiniest waist, okay, and a nice booty. You're not gonna lose the shape of your butt and your hips. That doesn't really happen. But what am I trying to say? That, for example, for the Lipo 360, when they take out the fat from our abdomen, from our flanks, from our back. So basically what happens is that when we don't have the habits, you guys, when we don't have good habits, what happens is that we have to make sure that when we are getting surgery, we are ready to change our habits, you guys, okay? Just because we get surgery doesn't mean that now we're gonna start eating like crazy. Doesn't mean that just because we just got lipo done doesn't mean that now we're just gonna start eating like crazy, you guys. Because what happens is that, yeah, your waist is tiny today, but then your waist is not gonna be tiny tomorrow. So what does that mean, you guys? That with everything that we have to offer here to you guys, it's just something really amazing. You don't want to go ahead and mess up your results that quickly, you guys. You want to be able to maintain them, okay, you guys? So with that being said, you want to be able to maintain them. You want to be able to, make sure that everything that you are doing is being done the correct way. Now, I'm not saying that you have to go on like a major difficult diet, but it is good for us to, put healthy habits into our life, regardless if you're getting surgery or not, you guys. Health is number one priority, and whatever we put into our body matters, okay? So that is something really, really important that I wanted to like touch the subject on, you guys, because I feel like a lot of people, when they're about to get surgery or after surgery, they're like, oh, like, I'm about to get surgery, I'm about to get my lipo, so who cares? Like, I'm gonna just eat whatever. And the thing with this, you guys, is that it can be like that. Like, it actually can be like that. What the reality of this is that when we are looking forward to getting surgery, you guys, it doesn't mean that now we're gonna start gaining all this weight. Maybe you are doing this because you think that you don't have enough fat for a BBL, but I'm here to let you know, you guys, that you actually have fat for a BBL, okay? Even if you're more petite or more skinny or more, more small, we all store fat in certain areas of our body where we have fat. So obviously you're not a surgeon, you don't have a surgeon's eye, you're not a board certified surgeon, let alone that has over 10 years of experience like the doctors that we have here at Icon Cosmetic Center. But the thing with this, you guys, is that maybe you're at home and you haven't even scheduled your free virtual consultation or your free in-person consultation because you strongly believe that you don't have enough fat for a BBL. But I'm here to let you know, you guys, that is not the case whatsoever. You actually probably do have enough fat for a BBL. You definitely do. And even if you're more on the petite side, there's something called skinny BBLs, and this is specifically for patients that are very petite, are more skinny, and barely have any fat, but you can still get a skinny BBL. So if you are listening to me right now and the things that I'm saying resonate with you, and you're like, damn girl, like you just said something that I can relate to, like this is my case, like this is what I'm going through right now. I'm here to let you know, love, that you can go ahead and get in contact with us, okay? So these are things that are extremely important for us to remember, you guys. Now, with that being said, another thing that is important for us to remember is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we always have to be making sure that we are doing everything that we're supposed to be doing, okay, you guys? So we're gonna be on top of you guys, but you need to be on top of yourself as well, So with that being said, there's something called visceral fat and there's something called external fat. The external fat is the fat that the surgeons can lipo. We can go ahead and lipo that and clean the whole area up. But one of the things that I wanted to mention to you guys that is extremely important that we remember is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, well, we're going to be going over it with you. If you feel like I'm saying too much information, like for you to remember, no worries, you guys. We're going to be going over everything with you like one more time, as many times as you need us to, really. So as I was saying, there's something called visceral fat, and that fat is by your organs, you guys. The way that you lose that fat is by exercise and by diet. You can't lipo that fat. And if you're wondering, well, why can't I lipo that fat? It's because it's right by your organs, you guys. It's extremely dangerous, and no one, like for example, here at Icon Cosmetic Center, no one will do it for you. I don't know about other places and stuff like that, but here at Icon Cosmetic Center, no one's gonna lipo the visceral fat because it's just not something you lipo. It's something that you guys could search it up on Google. Visceral fat is fat that is by your organs. The external fat, now we can lipo that. Okay, so Those are things that are extremely important. Thank you so much, Dizzle, for the W. Thank you so much. So, as I was saying, you guys, these are things that are really, really important for us to remember and for us to keep in mind, because you want to make sure that everything that you're doing it the correct way. Okay, so now, with that being said, another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is extremely important that we remember as well is that when we're looking forward to getting surgery, you guys, another thing that is really important is that, you know, for example, let's say that you're about to get surgery and it's like a month from your surgery, you already have a schedule, and you know it's a month from your surgery, and now you're just looking forward to gaining a little more weight. You could gain like healthy weight. You know that not all fat is good fat, okay, you guys? So you guys are probably like, what is she talking about? Basically, you guys, that not all fat is good fat. What does that mean? That when we don't have good fat, you guys, like, the thing with this is that there's healthy fats and then there's like really bad fats, like from processed foods, very sugary foods, like very salty foods, oily foods, fried foods. So with that being said, you guys, these are things that are extremely important for us to remember and for us to keep in mind, because we want to be making sure that everything that we are doing, you know, we're doing it the correct way. We're doing things, you know, how it's supposed to be done. Okay, you guys, so that is something that is really, really important for us to remember as well. Now, another thing that is really important for us to remember as well, you guys, is that you need to be making sure that if you want to gain weight, eat healthy fats. You know, you could eat like avocado, you could eat like quinoa, you could eat fish, you could eat chicken, you know, salmon, mahi-mahi. Like, there's just so many different alternatives. There's so many different options as to, like, you just, like, resorting to, like, I don't know, McDonald's or, like, Chick-fil-A or something. Or, like, I don't know, Wingstop, you know? So these are things that we do have to take in consideration, you guys, because if we're making the investment and we're getting our body done and, you know, we're becoming, you know, a new you need to fully, you know, flip the switch and make sure that you're also changing your habits, you guys, okay? So that is something extremely important. You know, I would highly recommend also to like replace like certain juices with like natural juices. You know, you could like make these at home. It's just like little tips and little recommendations on how you can maintain your results, you guys, because that's the goal, right? We want to maintain our results, because obviously, like, when you get a BBL, like, your butt's gonna stay fat. Like, your butt's, you know, your butt's always gonna be there. But I'm talking about like your waist, you know. And this is something that I've seen on social media. People say like, oh, you know, I started doing this and that, and I just started eating a lot of things that I shouldn't have ate, and now, like, you know, I need another Lipo 360. So in order for us to avoid that, you guys, we could just go ahead and start with our right habits right away. Okay, so another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is extremely important that we remember as well is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we're always going to make sure that you are, you know, keeping up with your faja, keeping up with your boards, your foams. Your massages are a very fundamental part of your healing process, you guys. I cannot stress this enough. They're so important that if you don't do all these things, you're not going to be able to get to see your final results. You're actually going to mess them up, because, you know, every single little thing has a very fundamental big importance into this healing process. Okay, so for example, the faja, it molds your body, it sculpts your body. You know, the faja, what it does is that everything that you guys need to you know, compress and keep together, that's what it does, you guys. Okay, so it's extremely important for us to remember that that's the function of the faja. And if you don't wear your faja, you guys, what happens if you don't wear your faja? You are literally gonna swell up. The inflammation and the swollenness is gonna get even worse. Okay, you guys, so these are things that are extremely important for us to remember as well. Now, another thing that is really important for us to remember as well is that the faja, you know, like, when you don't wear it, you'll see it for yourself. Like, if you want to test the waters, if you're feeling bold and you want to test the waters, you can literally see for yourself how you'll actually swell up. Like, you'll literally get more inflamed and more swollen when you don't wear your faja. But I don't recommend you do that, you guys. Just keep that faja on, okay? That faja needs to be like a second layer of skin on you, okay? So as I was saying, the faja, you're not gonna place it in the dryer, you guys, because what happens here is that the dryer messes up the compression material of the faja. Okay, you guys, so then you'd be losing a faja. So that is something that is extremely important for us to remember and keep in mind. Okay, now another thing that is really important for us to remember and for us to keep in mind as well is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we're always going to make sure that you are receiving absolutely everything, you know, all the education, all the tips that you need. So with that being said, you know, now we're going to be moving into the board. The board feels like a material that kind of sounds like this. Like this, you see like how it sounds like that. It's hard to the touch, and the reason as to that, but it's surgical material, you guys. It's surgical safe. You know, what does that mean? That it's perfectly safe on the skin. Now, the reason to this, you guys, is because when we are, you know, looking forward to getting surgery, you guys, one of the things that is extremely important for us to remember is that it is super important for us to remember that when we are wearing our faja and stuff like that, this board, what this does is that, let's pretend like my blazer is my faja and my hand is the board. So the board is gonna go right here, you guys, and basically what's gonna happen here is that this is gonna be applying that extra pressure that I'm gonna be needing for when, you know, you or I, or, you know, the example that I'm trying to make, we're healing from surgery. Okay, so with that being said, the board is gonna be going right here on the inside of your faja. Now, the BBL Essential Care Pack comes with the faja, one board, and 3 lipofoams. The lipofoams are these white rectangulars that are like pillow-like material. They're very soft to the touch. You know, it's not like the board. The board is a little bit harder to the touch because, you know, you really do need that extra compression, you know, right here. So, because we have to remember that when we're getting lipo, you guys, this is the muscle, this is the skin, and this is the fat. Once the fat is being taken out, there's going to be a gap in between the two. So we have to do everything we can to stick these two together. That's why I also recommend getting J Plasma, you guys. I really do recommend getting J Plasma, since it sticks the muscle and the skin together up to a 60%, you guys. Okay, so this is something really amazing. Now, another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is really important for us to remember as well is that when we are, you know, looking forward to getting surgery, you guys, another thing that I wanted to mention to you that is extremely important is that one second, you guys, is that when we are, you know, looking forward to getting surgery, I highly recommend, like, for example, like, if you know, you just heard me and you're like, oh wait, like, I have to stick the muscle and the skin together, you know, and you're like a little like now thinking about it, I'm here to let you know that J Plasma is really amazing, you guys, and we provide J Plasma here at Icon Cosmetic Center. So I highly recommend you getting J Plasma. I also highly recommend getting Cell Saver, you guys. Cell Saver is a machine that purifies your blood. You know, when we're undergoing surgery, it's completely normal for us to be losing blood. You know, it's surgery, so it's normal. But with the Cell Saver, you actually, the blood that you're supposed to lose, you don't even end up really losing it, because it purifies the blood, you guys. It purifies the blood, and it makes sure it purifies the blood, and, you know, it makes sure that you know, all the blood that you're supposed to be losing throughout surgery, you're not even losing it for real. Okay, because it purifies the blood and puts it right back into your body. Okay, you guys, so this is something that is really important for us to remember and for us to keep in mind. You know, I highly recommend getting Cell Saver for anyone that is, you know, looking forward to getting surgery, you guys, because like I said, these are things that are extremely important, and these are things that are going to be helping you out so much when it comes down to, you know, getting surgery, you guys. Now, another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is extremely important that we remember as well is that one of the things that I wanted to mention to you is that when we are, you know, looking forward to getting surgery, you guys, you want to be making sure that you are ready in the sense of like your immune system, you know, for people that are low on iron or low on like calcium or vitamin D, vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C, or maybe you're just low on like certain like nutrients and certain things, you know, mainly low on iron, you know, because you really need that immune system to be up in order for you to be like in the best shape possible to receive the surgery. I highly recommend getting Floridix, you guys. Floridix helps out a lot in the sense that, you know, Floridix is something really amazing because it literally boosts your immune system. I recommend taking it like a couple of weeks before your surgery, like a month before your surgery or something like that. If you want to take it for longer, then 2 months before your surgery, that's completely fine. It's only gonna be helping you because your immune system is gonna be up, and you're gonna be able to get your immune system going and getting your body ready for that surgery. Okay, you guys, so another thing that I wanted to mention to you that I didn't finish talking about, the Cell Saver. The Cell Saver, patients that use the Cell Saver, I've noticed, and they've noticed as well, we've realized that when you use Cell Saver, okay, when the blood that you're supposed to be losing gets purified and gets put back into your system, what happens here is that it goes right back into your system, and when you wake up from surgery the very next day, the next following days, you actually feel a lot better. You actually feel a lot more energized, because you didn't lose any blood. The blood that you were supposed to lose, you didn't lose the blood that you're supposed to lose. So that's why you feel more energized, you feel better, you just feel more like more in tune with yourself. Okay, so that is something really important for us to remember as well. Another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is really important that we remember too is that when we're looking forward to getting surgery, you guys, you want to be making sure that absolutely everything that you're doing, you're doing it the right way, the correct way, you guys. Okay, so another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is extremely important we remember is that the BB Essential Care Pack also comes with 3 massages. Okay, so the 3 massages are really important, you guys. Why? The 3 massages are really important, because massages are a very fundamental part of your healing process. Like I said, it's completely normal for us to be swollen and, healing from our surgery. It's completely normal for us to be draining liquids and fluids, you guys. It's something that, it's part of your healing process. Okay, so with that being said, it is extremely important that we do remember this information. Now, another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is important as well is that the massages are going to be helping you to get all of that liquid retention out, all of that fluids out, So, and it's actually going to help you a lot into feeling a lot lighter. Like maybe when you get into surgery, you're a little stiff, you feel, a little like heavy and stuff like that. And, every single one of the patients that I see here every day at Icon Cosmetic Center, they tell me like, girl, I feel so much better after the massages. I feel so much lighter. Like, like the liquid, the liquid retention, it gets taken out. You have to remember, here at Icon Cosmetic Center, in all 3 of our locations, we have certified masseuse. Okay, you guys, which is something really important. Like, the person that is going to be performing lymphatic massages on you has to be certified in this kind of field, because it can't just be anyone, you guys. Because the thing is that, for example, here at Cosmetic Center in all 3 of our locations, every single one of our certified masseuses knows all the right techniques, you guys, knows how to detect liquid retention, and knows exactly how to work with every single type of body type and how to work with every single kind of surgery. Okay, you guys, with every single kind of procedure, which is something really, really, really important, because at the end of the day, we want to be making sure that the person that is doing these lymphatic massages on us is an expert and knows exactly what they're doing. Okay, you guys, so now with that being said, another thing that I wanted to mention to you that is extremely important that we remember as well is that, when we are, let's say, for example, you want to hire somebody. Let's say, for example, that you're coming outside of the state or outside of the country. Or let's say that you're here in Miami, but you want to hire for somebody to go to your house to perform these massages on you. The thing with this, you guys, is that it's something extremely important for us to remember is that we have to do our research. We have to make sure that the person that we are hiring is someone legit and that someone that literally knows like exactly what they're doing. Because let me tell you something, the only way that you're going to be able to find out that they actually don't know what they're doing is when now you've developed fibrosis. And for the people that don't know what fibrosis is liquid retention that builds up on the inside of your abdomen, and now it shows up on the outside of your abdomen as lumps on the skin, you guys. Okay, it shows up as lumps on the skin. So these are things that are extremely, extremely, extremely important for us to remember and for us to keep in mind, you guys, because you want to be making sure that everything that you are doing is being done the right correct way, okay, you guys? So I'm telling you guys now, if you know you've been looking forward to getting surgery, you guys, you know, if you've been looking forward to figuring out what it is that you want and stuff like that, I'm letting you guys know now. Do your research. I cannot stress this enough, because you can pay a very high price, and I don't mean money wise, I mean like with your body, when you don't get the massages done properly. You know, when you get poorly done massages, you can get fibrosis, and fibrosis, there's no cure for fibrosis. You know, people say that you can minimize the look of fibrosis with massages, but that's the key word, minimize, okay? And you would just be messing up your results. Yeah, now you have a gorgeous body, you have an hourglass figure, you have a tiny waist, but now you're probably not even gonna want to wear, you know, bikinis or crop tops or dresses, or like, you know, little tops that show your abdomen, because you know you're gonna have lumps of liquid retention on your abdomen, okay, you guys? So these are things that are extremely important for us to, you know, keep in mind, for us to be aware of, okay, you guys? Because again, like, we don't want to be like, we don't want fibrosis. Trust me, we don't want fibrosis. That's the last thing you want. So that's why I'm telling you, just be on top of your massages now. Do everything the correct way now, like starting like when you are healing from your surgery. So that way, you know, you don't got to deal with any of that, all those things. Trust me, you do not want to deal with none of those things, okay? So now, as I was saying, remember, you guys, right now we only have a couple of spots left for you to be able to get $100 off your surgery, you guys. You can get $100 off your surgery the only thing that you have to do to activate it is leave your information right here in my left bottom corner, and there's a blue folder, you guys. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you guys, okay? Extremely important that you guys do remember all of this amazing information. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you guys, okay? Now, with that being said, another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is extremely important, that I want you guys to have the knowledge of and remember, is that here at Icon Cosmetic Center, we're always going to make sure that you are, you know, keeping up with your massages. We're going to be able to tell as well, you know, the liquid retention builds up, and if it builds up, you know, then we're going to be able to see that you're not getting massages done, or they being poorly done, okay, you guys? So these are things that are extremely important for us to remember and for us to keep in mind as well. Now, with that being said, another thing that is extremely important for us to remember, you guys, is that when we're looking forward to getting surgery, it is extremely important for you guys to remember that, you know, like I said, we have to change our habits. We have to be making sure that everything we're doing is being done the right way and all of that stuff, okay, you guys? So these are things that are really important for us to remember, okay? Now, with that being said, another thing that is important for us to remember, you guys, is that in this BBL Essential Care Pack also comes with one BBL pillow. I feel like when I talk about the BBL pillow, you guys, a lot of people believe that the BBL pillow is actually like for your buttocks, and it's not for your buttocks directly, you guys. The BBL pillow is meant for your for your under thighs, okay, your hamstrings. So you're gonna place the BBL pillow there, you guys, and then you're gonna, you know, go ahead and get the the BBL pillow and put it there, and then that way your buttocks is elevated, okay, you guys? That is something extremely important that we do have to remember, you guys, that we do have to be on top of, because, you know, at the end of the day, we want to be making sure that we are not putting any kind of pressure or compression on our buttocks or on our hips, you guys. That those are things that are extremely important for us to remember. Now, another thing that is really important for us to remember as well is that when we're looking forward to getting surgery, you guys, we have to remember that at the end of the day, we're always going to want to make sure that we are getting everything that we are supposed to be doing. So that leads me towards the conversation about BBL beach chairs, okay? These BBL beach chairs that I see people rave about on social media because they think that they're onto something, and they think that, you know, the BBL beach chairs are actually like working out for them. The thing is that what fools the human eye is that you see a hole for your buttocks and you're like, oh yeah, like it has a hole for my butt, like I'm good. But what you fail to realize, you guys, is that this hole on your buttocks, yeah, you're protecting your glutes, but what about your hips? you're not protecting your hips, because what you fail to realize is that when you put your buttocks through that hole, the size is touching your hips, you guys, okay? And we can't have that. You remember, we can't have that, because these fat cells are brand new, you guys. These fat cells are brand new. So with that being said, you know, it's something that it's not convenient for you at all whatsoever, okay? So very important that you guys do remember that information, okay? So that way, you know, you can go ahead and make sure that you are receiving the best of the best, okay? You guys, another thing that I wanted to mention to you that is extremely important that we remember as well is that avoid these BBL shirts, you know, stick with your BBL pillow. But even then, like, if you don't need to use your BBL pillow, don't use it, you guys. Like, you know, if you don't need to use it, don't use it. As simple as that. Okay, so now with that being said, another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is extremely important we remember as well is that when it comes down to, you know, using our BBL pillow, if you could get somebody to drive you around, get them to drive you around. If you could get somebody to, you know, help you out in certain things, so that way you don't have to use your BBL pillow as much, go ahead and do that, you guys, okay? Because these are things that are extremely important for us to remember and for us to keep in mind, okay? Now, another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is important as well is when you guys are, you know, looking forward to getting surgery, extremely important, you guys remember. One little tip that I can give you, like, for example, if you have like a partner, if you have kids, or if like you just simply don't sleep alone, I recommend like the first couple of like at least days or the first couple of weeks for you to sleep alone. Because the thing is, like, for example, I'm gonna use myself as an example. For example, my partner, let's say, or your partner or your kids, they're big cuddlers, you know. Let's say that they like to cuddle. Okay, so when we are, you know, looking forward to healing from our surgery, what happens here is that if you don't sleep alone, if like who you sleep with are big cuddlers, you want to make sure that they don't put like a knee on your butt, or that they don't like kick you in your sleep, or that they don't like put their body on top of yours and stuff like that. So that's why I recommend, so that way we can avoid any kind of pressure on or compression on your buttocks. That's why I'm mentioning this, you guys, so that way, you know, we can go ahead and have the knowledge of everything that it is that we need to be doing. Now, go ahead and leave your information right here in my left bottom corner, you guys, in this blue folder. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you guys. With everything that we have to offer here at Icon Cosmetic Center, honestly, has never been easier like today right now for you to finally get your surgery. Okay, you guys, so extremely important that we remember this information, you guys. Another thing that is really important that we remember is that when we're looking forward to getting surgery, you know, you want to be making sure that absolutely everything that you need to be doing, you do it like the correct way, the, you know, how you're supposed to and stuff like that. Okay, you guys, so another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys is that the BBL Essential Care Pack comes with one pair of anti-ballism socks, which is the compression socks. Okay, you guys, so these compression socks, you know, it's important for us to remember, like, the compression socks have a very, very big fundamental part into our healing process, which is what? It prevents blood clots, you guys. It improves the blood circulation and improves oxygen. Okay, so these things are extremely important because, you know, of course, we need to be making sure that we are improving all of these things and preventing blood clots. So with that being said, another thing that I wanted to mention to you guys that is really important as well is that when we're looking forward to getting all of these things, you guys, it is really important for us to remember that we have to make sure that we are keeping up with absolutely everything. So what does that mean? That we are, you know, making sure that we are keeping our compression socks on. You're gonna be sleeping with your compression socks on, okay, you guys? So you're gonna be sleeping with your compression socks on. You're gonna be, the only reason why you're gonna be taking them off is when you need to shower or when you need to wash your compression socks, because we have to remember, like how I was telling you guys earlier, when you are, you know, healing from surgery, you know, when you're fresh out of surgery, it's completely normal for your entire body to be swollen, you guys, including your feet and your legs. So what does that mean? That the compression socks are going to be helping us to tame that inflammation, to tame that swollenness, and to also prevent blood clots, to improve the blood circulation, improve oxygen. So with that being said, you need to keep these on, okay? You're going to be keeping these on all day until you need to shower, and then when you're out of the shower, you're going to go ahead and put them right back on. Now, when you're sleeping, you're gonna have these on as well too, okay, you guys? And when you are washing them, make sure that you don't place them in the dryer, because the dryer does mess up the compression material of the sock, okay, you guys? So that is something extremely important for us to remember as well. Now, another thing that I wanted to remind you guys that is really important for you guys to remember as well is the importance of how to do everything, okay, you guys? So like how I was saying, this BBL Essential Care Pack, with everything that it comes, it's at $480 right now, and everything that it comes with is honestly really amazing. It's everything you need for post-op care, literally everything you need. One full body garment, which is the faja, one front board, which is the black rectangular thing that goes right here at the front, 3 lipo foams, which is the 3 rectangular white foams. I feel like pillow-like material that are gonna go all around like this, all around. 3 massages, okay? The massages, remember, it's super important. There's no limit as to how many massages you should be getting. You should be getting a minimum of 30 to 40 massages, and that's really minimum. 1 BBL pillow, which is, you know, what you're gonna start using around the 6th week, but you know, that doesn't mean that it's for directly your buttocks, you guys. That means that it's for your under thigh, okay, your hamstring. I will show you, but I have a skirt on. So 1 BBL pillow, like I said, and 1 pair of anti-ballism socks, okay, you guys? So extremely important that we remember this amazing information. That way we can go ahead and take advantage of everything that we have to offer here to you guys at Icon Cosmetic Center, okay? Now, with that being said, thank you guys so much for joining the live today. Go ahead and leave your information right here, you guys. You do not want to miss out on this promotion. It's like you guys are not really like grasping what I'm saying. I'm telling you now, you can get $100 off your surgery. Look at all of these amazing specials. You can get $100 off your surgery, and the only thing that you have to do to activate it is leave your information right here in my left bottom corner in this blue folder, you guys. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you, okay? Now, chicos y chicas, recuerden que tenemos una promoción ahorita que les estamos sustractando $100 de su cirugía. Entonces, $100 off de su cirugía, de cualquier cirugía que usted quiera, BBL, aumento de seno, abdominoplastia, lipo 360, lo que sea, vaginoplasty, labiaplasty. Y estoy aquí para decirles que la manera en la que puedes activar esta promoción es dejando tu información aquí en esta libretica azul que ven aquí a mi lado izquierdo. Pongan su nombre, su número y su email, así nos podemos poner en contacto con ustedes. Aprovechen que estas promociones no van a estar aquí para siempre. Aprovechen. You guys really take advantage of these amazing promotions. Go ahead and leave your information right here in my left bottom corner in this blue folder. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. That way we can go ahead and get in contact with you guys, okay? So go ahead and leave your information right here in my left bottom corner. Put your name, your phone number, and your email. Remember, we are taking $100 off your procedure to whoever is the quickest to get this amazing promotion. The only thing you have to do to activate it is leave your information right here in my left bottom corner in this blue folder, you guys. Put your name, your phone number, and your email, okay? Thank you guys so much for joining the live today. We'll see you back very soon, okay? Stay tuned. Thank you guys so much. Have an amazing